the Baskervilles, there have been many statements. Yet as I come from a direct line from Hugo Baskerville, I'm expecting Dr. Watson and Mr. Holmes shortly. Show them in the moment they arrive. When I heard you and Mr. Holmes were in the vicinity, I lost no time in getting in touch. Mr. Holmes, this is a very great pleasure. I've always considered myself a rational man. The butt of Sir Charles's cigar, 2 butts actually, and a great deal of cigar ash.
Yes, sir. Will you want it too? Yes, sir.
Yes, a false step there is certain death.
Anyhow, Barrymore's gone to fetch him back.
Good, good. Yes, 4 cups. Sir Henry will be joining us, I trust.
His eyes were fiery red, and he breathed a red flame. Do you believe him, Dr. Watson?
Holmes has always been fascinated by the grim charm of this regale, especially the traces of the prehistoric people who lived here.
Come, Watson, common knowledge.
Well, it may be common knowledge to you, but not to me. And even as they looked, the thing tore the throat out of Hugo Baskerville.
Ah, Barrymore, yes. Now, I'm not quite sure quite how to put this. Sir?
That is to say, I'm not entirely certain of what I heard. Last night, close to midnight, did you hear the sound of a woman's sob?
Very kind of you to say so. I trust you enjoyed your walk among the excavations of the Grimpen Mire. South section, I believe. Sir Hugo Baskerville was a villain. A coarse man given to excesses of intemperance and rage. He came to love, if that word can be used, with his sort of village girl. I counsel you by way of caution to forbear from crossing the moor on those dark hours when the powers of evil are exalted. No need for weaponry, gentlemen. Your intruder is an ally.
Oh, we thought you were in London.
Which is precisely what I wanted you to think. You're the housekeeper, I take it.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Barrymore.
How long have you been in service here at Baskerville Hall?
If you've no more questions, sir, I'll see to my duty. No, Sir Henry, I do not.
Do you care to explain your extraordinary
You're
behaviour?
speaking ill of my husband.
What if we are?
He's a loyal retainer. It was long past the inquest that I found it. I've never breathed a word about it to anyone, not even to my husband.
Ah, Dr. Mortimer, I see you finally caught him in your net.
Henry, I must ask you not to go on to the moor until you know more about the place. Show him the letter.
Ah, yes.
Letter?
This arrived one morning at my London hotel. There's no man on earth or devil in hell who can prevent me from staying in my own home.
I take that as the final answer.
Absolutely. Oh, what is it, Barrymore?
Might I have a word with you, sir?
Certainly, what is it?
My wife and I, Sir Henry, are perfectly willing to stay with you until you have made fresh arrangements. My wife and I were very attached to Sir Charles. His death gave us a great shock.
This is my doing, Sir Henry, all mine. My husband has done nothing except for my sake because I asked him.
What does that mean?
My wife is telling the truth, sir. If there was a plot, it is not against you.
Come along, Doctor, the coast is clear. We ought to put these in water.
Did you hear that, Henry? The doctor knows how to dispense compliments as well as pills.
Poor Jack was devastated. He hasn't recovered yet. There's a sane, rational explanation for everything that's happened here in England.
Rustic, you're far from being an exit. I saw you walking over the moor from my window.
It's Jack. He had something to say to you.
I should have returned long before this, Sir Henry.
You have something to say to me?
I do. I wonder, would you dine with us tomorrow evening at the cottage? Mr. Holmes, you will come and see my collection. I'm anxious for your reaction.
You may depend on it.
No concern of yours, I shall sue as often as she permits it.
Then I'll see that she doesn't permit it.
Who do you think you are?
I won't warn you again. Stay away from Catherine. Just go and find Laura.
There's a great deal of excitement in the village.
Oh?
The police have traced the escaped convict onto the moor. But I'm sure we are not here to discuss whether a convict may or may not be insane. All right, I wrote the letter. I wanted to have an interview with him. I thought then he might be able to help me. Mr. Stapleton has been exceedingly helpful. That is all I am going to tell you, Mr. Holmes. I will wait for Mr. Stapleton outside.
Watson!